So today is Good Friday, and in Christian tradition it marks the day Jesus surrendered fully. The passage in Philippians says, "Though he was divine, he did not cling to that divinity. Instead, he emptied himself, took on the form of a servant, and humbled himself, even unto death." But this isn't the only tradition that speaks of the trickiness, of clinging to being divine. This is a truth that echoes across multiple sacred paths. The Tao says, the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. So in effect, the moment we try to grasp it, it slips away. The Buddha laid down comfort, title, and privilege and chose stillness, hunger, and wandering, not to achieve enlightenment, but to dissolve the self into it. The Hindu Upanishads speak of surrendering desire, of going inward beyond name and form, until what remains is the self that no longer is separate. And in Indigenous wisdom, we find that the sacred often speaks through silence. It comes to those who listen, not to those who grasp. As I was putting this together, I was forced to remember many months ago, on YouTube, I made a comment on someone's page. It was a comment of encouragement, of hope, and I think somewhere in there I mentioned something about enlightenment. Somebody else commented on my comment saying, "You're not enlightened, you don't know what you're talking about." In that moment, I felt a sting. I felt, how do you know me? How do you know my experiences? How do you know I'm not enlightened? But therein lies the truth. If I were to tweak that verse from Philippians, I could also make it, though he was enlightened, he did not cling to that enlightenment. And here I was feeling like someone was stripping an enlightenment label away from me. So they were right. I would actually consider myself as somebody who's awake, but even then is clinging to a label. Let's say I'm a seeker. That sounds fair, but that's still something I'm clinging to. So I'm far away from enlightenment. At least there's work to do. I'll never be bored. So coming back to today, I didn't strive to be productive. I didn't chase a spiritual moment. I simply rested. I read, I meditated, and in that stillness I remembered, even the divine let go. Even enlightenment lets go of itself. The Tao flows by not forcing, and truth is found not in knowing, but in being. Well, thanks for joining me today. I tried to squeeze a lot of stuff into a short. What do you feel invited to let go of today or in your own walk of life? Drop your reflections down below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like and subscribe if this spoke to something deep within you. My fellow seekers, I wish you and your loved ones all the best. Have a wonderful experience this weekend, whatever your tradition is. Bye for now.